You watching Rebel Life Boxing. Make sure y'all like and subscribe for more Rebel-based content that only a Rebel could give y'all. Y'all know what it is. So we got June as the month for the fight between Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin. On social media, they have exchanged they went back and forth a little bit, nothing too crazy. Tank saying things about his muscles. Frank saying, yeah, I'm suited and booted, my boy. Typical shit. But here's the thing, man. Like, Frank Martin, is he a threat? Is he a threat to Tank Davis in any way, in any shape or form? Now, up until now, Team Tank Davis, Calvin Ford, everybody that's involved that have hands-on with Tank, it appears that, they have been moving him in a way where, he's a little bit sheltered, he's protected, and they're not going to put him in there with somebody that might cause him problems. And, to be real, man, I think a lot of these fighters, they move like that. I think most of them, not all of them, but most fighters, man, they move like that. Like, the people that that molds, bends and shape their careers have taking fights that they know is low risk or medium risk. You're not gonna put them in there with somebody that's really gonna push them and challenge them, and that's what I don't like about boxing right now. Like, I don't like stuff like that. It's supposed to be about you're supposed to have the confidence in your fighter to where it's the best fight the best. Somebody that's looking deadly out there, don't try to avoid him and go around him making excuses to fight lower comp. Just take that challenge head on, man. Frank Martin, I had stated a while ago that I think his last 4 fights, either his last 4 or 5 fights, he has gotten either knockouts or knockdowns. Now, you remember Michel Rivera, y'all know that that's one of my favorite fighters right there. Michel Rivera was a good boxer. He could move, okay, decent punching power. He's nothing too crazy. He's not a real big puncher, but he got good boxing skill. And Frank Martin, I know Michel Rivera and Tank is on different levels, supposedly. But when you look at Michel Rivera, man, he moved just as good as Tank doing that ring, man. Rangier, and Frank Martin found him, bro. And I think Frank Martin, he put educated pressure on people. If you just look at him in the ring, if you look at his mannerisms, very, very patient dude. He has a poker face, bro. And was he a threat to Tank? Do I think so? Absolutely, man. His team don't think that, though. That's the thing. They don't think he is. They probably feel like, yo, look, he started boxing late. Tank got more experience than him, and they sparred. And that's another thing that I realized. I don't know all of Tank's sparring partners. I would like to know if any of Tank's previous fights had any of those dudes been his sparring partners. That could play a key in this fight too. Now, him and Devin spar, right? And what I find interesting is him and Devin, they sparred twice. And you see how they didn't fight. They didn't fight yet. In real life, they haven't fought. They haven't fought yet in the pros, right? Frank Martin sparred Tank. Some people, I heard people say they sparred a couple of times, but I know for sure they sparred at least once. But Tank is fighting him. So, I'm a little confused with that. Does he not like to fight his sparring partners when it comes to Dev? I guess he used his sparring partner thing. I don't know. But, yeah, I think he might be an overlooked threat. I think they miscalculated this one. Maybe. I could be wrong because, I got Tank stopping him. But for some weird reason, I just feel weird about this one. You know what I mean? But I told y'all, man, when I get these little weird feelings before fights, I'm always right. Most of the time, I'm right, and something else happens. And I told y'all this happened with the Charlo fight with Tony Harrison. People thought that Tony Harrison was gonna get knocked out, and you saw what happened in that fight. A lot of people think Jermell Charlo was robbed, but nah, man, he got outboxed. You know what I'm saying? And you could even argue that Tony Harrison was beating Charlo in the second fight until he started getting reckless, started getting too comfortable and lazy, and just not, just doing goofy stuff, showboating. And I don't see Frank Martin doing that. I think he's much more disciplined than people give him credit for. So, yeah, Frank Martin is absolutely a threat. But the only thing is, how much of a threat? And his team, do they know something? Like, okay, well, we know in sparring what he couldn't do with Tank. So, yeah, people say Tank don't fight black fighters. Okay, here go a black fighter. People say Tank don't fight movers. Well, here go a mover. I don't know. Frank Martin definitely got good footwork. But he's not like a mover like a Devin dude or like a Shakur. That's different. So we're going to find out soon. Let me know what you think. It's your boy Rebel Light Boxing. I'll catch y'all later on the next one.